Also use a marker or a pen, right? That is different from what you've used, right? Okay, so first thing we have a trapezoid. Um, Value of side x, so this side here. So we got to go 55, right? To find x, we take 55 minus the top, right? And then you divide whatever is left. No, not 33, 30, sorry. By 2. So this gives you 25. You divide that by 2. X is 12.5 feet. 1.5 for that. So essentially, right, the idea is that if it's an isosceles trapezoid, this is x as well on this side. So there are two stretches, right? So if you subtract 55 and 30, you still have to divide that by 2 to spread it equally on both sides. If this had been a right trapezoid, no need to divide. Okay, then you just subtract, that's it. The height of the quadrilateral, I was hoping you see the Pythagorean theorem application here, right? This is 15, this is 12.5, this is h. This is your hypotenuse, right? So you got to go hypotenuse squared minus the other leg squared. You get 68.75. You get 8.29 feet. 1.5 marks for that. So I give you half a mark if you did something, but if this is bigger than your hypotenuse, you obviously did something wrong. So I would go -1, still getting half a mark there. The measure of angle F, so it's this angle right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use sine law, right? That's what I'm going to do. So sine of 90 over 15, because that's given. And F is across the height you just found, okay? So this would be sine of F, not just F, right, over 8.29. So sine of F is, right, you cross multiply and divide, and we all know that sine of 90 is just 1. So it's just there to look pretty, right? Doesn't really do anything. F is sine inverse when you multiply, or basically 8.29 divided by 15, right? That's 0.552, keeps going, right? So angle F is 33.55 degrees. Yeah, perfect. It should, yeah. 56? Did you use sine law? Because then it's 55. Show me later. Yeah. State the name of this quadrilateral: isosceles trapezoid. So if you just put down trapezoid, I would give you half a mark. It has to say isosceles trapezoid. There's only 2, right? So it's not, should be that difficult. You get a full mark for that. Look at that. You can still score some marks here. Calculate the length of DE. State the length. It doesn't even say calculate, so it's actually 15 feet. Right? Both sides. That's why it's only a half mark, right? But both sides are equal on that. It's an isosceles triangle sliced off, right? The top is cut off. Determine the value of angle C. Do you remember? You might have been sleeping, right? Busted, right? So those two angles here always add up to 180. So you could just find C by going 180 minus the one you found earlier. So angle C is 146.45. And before you tell me I did this and I didn't get the same answer, good. That you should be getting the same answer regardless of how you did it. Oh, sorry, you can't see that. There we go, my bad. 146.45. Yeah. I see. I see. Right? But C is referring to the whole thing. If it had just asked for this sliver, I would have had to use a 3-letter notation or something. So we'll take off half today because I understand why you made that mistake. But technically, it should be the whole thing. Yeah. Question, Raman? Okay. And so you did get 146. Yeah. So okay, if you used right, if you went 180 minus this to get this sliver, then you add the 90 here, right, to make the whole angle. Angle E and D is just basically testing you. Do you know what you're doing? Are you paying attention? Right? E is the same as F. D is the same as C. So angle E would be the 3355, whatever you got in C basically, and angle D is 146.55 for me. And all four add up to 146.45, sorry. Yeah. And all four always add up to 360, right? The area of this quadrilateral, you go A plus B, right? Short side plus long side, times the height, which you already calculated. All of that divided by 2. This gives you 85. And times 8.29 divided by 2. I hope it doesn't bother you me using brackets. I use brackets all the time. This is 352.33 square feet. So if you get the wrong height, earlier, I will honor this one, right? I would go step check, right? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, you would not lose again here. I would honor what you. I actually want you to have it matching because then I know you understand, right? If you got it wrong, I want you to be correctly wrong, right? Consistently wrong. Not all of a sudden, oh, here you got it right, there you got it wrong. Don't tell your parents I told you to be consistently wrong. I just mean that. Then you get to have some partial marks. Yep. This is 55 because I go by this, yeah. That's you. 55. 55. 7 marks for this page. All that work for 7 marks, right? Okay. We're good? Backside. Some triangles and some kites, okay? I want you to show me a little bit of work on these ones. Don't just guess. So you've got 2 angles. Perfect. I can find that third angle. I'm going to show it like this. 180 minus 51 minus 38. And that gives me 91. Okay? So that tells me that this is an obtuse. And because all angles are different, I know it's scalene. Scalene. Okay? Obtuse scalene. So if you have all 3 angles, the easiest one to classify. Okay? 3 sides, not so easy. We do know that this is scalene for sure, but we need to rule this one out. The longest side, I'm going to call this angle A. Cosine of A is, right, 3 squared, 4 squared, minus 6 squared. I honestly, I'm fine if you stop there. So I'm going to just check the top, right? You crunch the top numbers and you get negative 11. That tells me it's obtuse, okay? Because I'm not asking you to solve the angle. I'm just asking you to check. But if you did do the rest, 2 times 3 times 4, that gives you 24. And if you actually went through and calculated this thing 4, 5, 8, 3, dot, dot, dot. Angle A is cosine inverse of negative 0.45. That's 117, 117.28. You can stop here though, up here, as long as you tell me and you identify why you're stopping. Okay, so this is obtuse, 1 second. Obtuse scalene as well. So now you're going to think every triangle is obtuse scalene, right? No, it's not. Anyways. Yeah, can you just show me next time? Just show me even just this. I'm fine with that. Yeah. Fun stuff, eh? Why is it 3 marks? I would say this one gets 1 mark and this question gets 2 marks because you have to do a bit more work there. All right. The measure of DAB. DAB. So where is that? DAB. So it's this whole thing here, which you should know is the same thing as that one. So that's why it's only worth half a mark. The measure of ABC. ABC is this one up here. So ABC is what? How would you find that? Well, I know that the whole thing is 360. I have 2 105s there, right? These two here. And I have the 40. So this will be 110. Yeah. You didn't get the same, did you?
No, I didn't.
What did you get? You're okay. I am doing it right now. I'm going through my whole booklet and I have to go into a software and make sure it all adds up. Like I'm just making up these numbers. And because I used to not teach trig before doing this, so students wouldn't have tried sine law, cosine law before. So I have to revamp the whole booklet again. But that's okay. So you get full marks. That's on me. That's not your problem because it should work out, right? Yeah. Triangles 180, 4-sided 360. Okay, let's keep going. BD is the, pay attention, BD is the long diagonal here. I'm going to use this triangle. This is 20, right? If this is 20, that's 20. So if SAS. Yes, you can probably do something with the right triangles. I don't know. You get creative, right? But the fastest in my case would be this. 20, 50, 105 in here. So this is x, let's say. So x squared is 20 squared plus 50 squared minus 2 times 20 times 50 cosine of 105. That is root of 341763, which is, at least write down the correct answer, okay? 5846 yards. There we go. That's the long diagonal, okay? Yeah. What did you get? Anybody else? Now it's bingo math. I will have to look at it. So for now, take off half a mark for now, and then I might take more off depending on why it went wrong. But it's probably my fault because it's not adding up. You know what I mean? Like, if you give all the information, every number should match perfectly to 2 decimals or maybe even 3 decimals for this to work out no matter which way you approach it. Yeah. Okay. For now, put a check mark, but at the very top of your name, just say check question 3C. Okay, classify. Ooh, this one is easy. Okay, 1 mark for that. You're welcome. And to find the area, this is the bonus here. I'm going to find the short diagonal. Short diagonal is this one here. SAS, right? Or you can use the bottom here. SAS, right? To find this shorter one here. I will just tell you what it is. Okay? So I call that Y. Y is 34.20 yards. Therefore, the area is long diagonal times short diagonal divided by 2. And the area is, 1 second, 999.67 squared yards. However, is that not it or what? You have a different shorter diagonal, or do you have the same as me? Did you use the top here? So you got 3277. So you're correct. If you got 3277, because you use the top, this triangle here, SAS on top, to find the shorter, you get this shorter diagonal. In which case, your area will be slightly different, or it will be quite a bit different. So that's okay. We still give you, I'll give you 1 bonus mark for the short diagonal and 1 bonus mark for the area. Yeah. After? Okay. I didn't see a lot of formulas. Well, I didn't look at everybody's formula sheet, but the area for a kite should definitely be on your study sheet, right? Long, short, divided by 2. Okay, so that's bonus. Okay, so if you didn't do it, don't worry about it. You don't lose any marks. Let's keep going to the last one. Parallelogram. There's 2 errors with this parallelogram. What's the first one? The 90 degrees. So you would say diagonals are not perpendicular. That's the fancy word for it. They do not meet at a 90. You say that, you're good. Okay. Another problem. Well, the 2 diagonals are not congruent, but this is saying they are, right? So diagonals are not congruent. They're not equal. This is saying, hey, look at, like, they cut each other in half and they're all the same. That's wrong. It would have had to have this, like this would have been okay. They bisect, but one is longer than the other, so they're not the same. Okay. This is what should have happened. Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 7, 10. That's what I count. I'm going to recount. 3, 6. So 2, 3, 4, 6, and 3 is 9. So 9, potentially 11, right? If you got the bonus. And the front, I have to recount that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 3. It's 9. I don't know what I did. I don't know what happened. Didn't have enough coffee this morning. So the front is 9. So recount that, right? You're gonna have to retally it. 9 and 9 gives you 18. Okay. So this is 18. You can potentially get 20 out of 18. 1 second, I'm just going to stop my recording.